In 1997, a zoo in central Israel brought a flock of Mynas, which escaped or were released shortly after. The Mynas quickly adapted to their new environment and began to reproduce without interruption. Mynas are a species of starling, loud, agile, clever, omnivorous, and most importantly, they do not belong to the local wildlife and have no significant natural enemies in Israel. Today, 25 years after being released into nature, Mynas are one of Israel's most common bird species. Mynas are one of the 100 most destructive invasive species around the world. And as the species population grows, the extent of the ecological damage becomes apparent. In 2020, Colleony and Shwartz published a scientific study that showed that Mynas population has increased by hundreds of percent in Israel over the previous 15 years. On the other hand, the population of the common resident species have decreased significantly. Another scientific study by Czarter et al. 2016 showed that house sparrows and great tits lack nesting sites because the larger Myna occupies these limited resources. A new study by Iris Engel, Professor Ido Izaki, and Dr. Motti Czarter from the University of Haifa and Shamir Research Institute compared house sparrows and great tit breeding numbers before and after the appearance of the Mynas. The study found a dramatic decrease of 77% in the number of breeding sparrows, which used to be the most common bird in Israel. Today, their population is dwindling. Furthermore, in response to the Mynas, Great Tit changed their breeding behavior to breed primarily in nests with small and protected entrances, reducing the number of potential nesting sites for these small songbirds. With its determination and aggressive nature, the Myna repeatedly invades nests, forcibly removes the incubating parent, and feeds on eggs and nestlings until it destroys the nest. In the study, Mynas predated 23% of the great tit's nests. The Mynas' omnivorous diet, which adjusts with habit and season changes, significantly impacts local biodiversity. The study found that, besides preying on eggs and nestlings, the Mynas' diet consists of insects, reptiles, amphibians, and small mammals. Mynas are highly aggressive and also attack larger birds, such as crows and even birds of prey. In this case, a Myna attacks a common kestrel in her nest, and a pair of Mynas torment a barn owl, protecting her nestlings and eggs. There are observations of Mynas' brutal assaults on larger birds, such as pigeons, causing intense suffering before ultimately killing them. The study highlights the devastating impact of Mynas on the environment. What actions can be taken to reduce the impact of the human-introduced Mynas species on the environment? We can provide great tits nesting boxes with metal entrances that prevents the larger Myna from entering. Unfortunately, there are currently no solutions for other species. In any case, it is essential not to give Myna nesting places and access to food. We still lack information, and we need to carry out additional scientific studies. Mynas are causing more harm each year and putting native bird species in peril. We must save our wildlife from these Myna for the world to cherish, or it will perish.